G'day everyone, and welcome to the second game with the mods. And as you can see, I have the Panzer 4A, and it has the mods for this one are just all the extra equipment on the outside of the tank. And now we're off, and again I head off to the left side here on this particular map, so I can do some sniping. Or ambushing, if you like. Just got to get across this creek without being seen, and hopefully be there in my position before the red tanks get to the other side. I come across, I check, nothing's firing at me, not seeing any red tanks. Red tanks are up to the far right. Coming up into the sniping position. Slow down so I can get my tank in the right position a bit. And there's a red tank over there. I can't actually see them, so I'm just going to take a pot shot at them and hopefully just harass them. Hit the rock. And another one showed up. They're obviously down the other side. I'm just taking harassment shots at them. There is another tank there. Get some damage onto him. But he just suddenly disappeared. He hadn't moved or anything from what I can gather. He just disappeared. This happens all the time. It really gets frustrating. That's a totally different tank. Because normally when a tank moves, you will see it move. Just decided to duck back out of sight so he can't get a clear shot at me. Take a shot at him, but it falls short. There's the other tank I was shooting at before. Get a good hit at him. He's still shooting at me. Fire, hit the rock instead of the tank. It's fully loaded. The fire, he's taken out. Yeah, tanks moved back out of sight. Try to lob one on him, but it goes too far away. He's now out of my sight altogether. Come forward to see if I can get a better view. Waiting for that tank to sneak his around, but he's not doing it. I think he's backed off or something. I'm just doing harassment shots. Looking around. Oh, there's another tank. He's moving too quick. My shot goes over him. Just waiting to see. Nothing there. Obviously one of my players' teammates can see from the other side. I've got a shot into him. Take a shot, do some track damage to him. Even though he's sticking out a little bit, I can't get a clear shot at him, which is very frustrating. Where the sight puts you is not where the round always goes. So, I should have actually hit the back quarter of his tank, even if it was a glancing blow, but nothing. I actually missed him. Again, I'm hitting the rock, not the tank. He's taking fire from one of my other teammates. Trying to get a clear shot at him. What I'm doing is harassment shot firing at him at the moment. Hopefully he thinks it's coming from the tanks that's in front of him that were engaging him. Just trying to wait for him to stick his nose sticking out so I can get a clear shot at him. There he is. He's out. He's back in. I'm not getting a clear shot at him. I'd really like to be able to zoom in more, but this is as much as it will zoom in. There he is again, sticking his nose out. See if I can do some track damage, which I did. Take another shot at him. Just missed him. Now I'm taking rounds from someone else. There's another tank. So take some shots at him. Get out of his sight. Come back. I'm able to take him out. Now I'm just waiting to see what this other red tank up here is going to do. Trying to find out where he is, and I'm taken out. There's not actually another tank around to the front a bit further that took me out, I should say. He was behind cover, basically in the direction I was looking. And if you have a look, here he comes. He's a Panzer 3J, I believe. And if you have a look, you'll see the crew sitting outside and that stuff. So I did not realise I had a teammate behind me, had come in to give me backup. As you'll see, this red tank, as he comes down here further, you'll see how he looks different from the mods I've downloaded onto my computer. To me, I can see him like this, but to him and every other player, he looks normal. So that's the mod pack that I've downloaded for my computer, so I see not only my tanks but other tanks of the same type, or other tanks that I've put mods, that I've got mods for, will actually show up with the mods on them, whether they're my teammates or the enemy tanks. Here we are, my teammates now taking on the Panzer 3J. He finally takes him out, so he's eliminated the fella that eliminated me. And at the moment there's more red tanks than there are green players. I've actually been able to get the upper hand. I'm having a look around with this fella. Then I decide to change my view from him to another one of the green teammates very shortly. Here we go. He's having with this fellow. I stuck with him for a little while, actually for the rest of the game. He seems to be having a good game with this red player. He's out of sight, he's lost track of the red player, which means the red player's also lost track of him. So make sure he's all in the clear. At least that's what I'm thinking he's doing. And still no sign of any red players. As you can see up the top there, we're down to 3 green players, and there's actually 5 red players left. So they actually have 2 more than the green players. Sorry, it's not 3, it's 4 green players left, which means there's 6 red players left. And as he's coming up here, as he goes through between the 2 rocks, he realises he has a shot at the red player, takes a shot at him, misses him. And there's another red player off in the distance, takes a shot at him. He takes a shot at the red player, but it hits the rocks instead. This red player's come out, firing at him. He takes a shot, does some damage to the red player. And then we've got another green player coming up beside us. The other red player's coming up as well. The green player takes him in front and takes some damage. Protects this player here. Takes a shot at the distant one, takes him out. Comes around. There's a go at this player, and gets some damage in on him. And he's broken cover, and he's out in the clear and is able to take him out. Now we're down to 2 red and 3 green. This green player moves around up to the high point. The high ground, there's a red player over to the right there. He's engaged with one of the green players. So this player comes up, looking for a place where he can see the red player properly. Goes to the other side of this tower, behind some cover. And there's the red player. Gets a shot at him, gets some damage into him. Fires. The red player knows he's there, he's firing back at him. Takes another shot at the red player, gets some more damage in. Decides to come around and see if he can get the red player from this side, but the red player's between the buildings now, and red player's been taken on by another green player, and they're both basically direct in front of each other. It's just who can take out the other player first. At the moment, all you do is watch from this point, and the red player is eliminated by the green player. So the red players are down to just one player now. This player decides to walk around looking at the map. The red player's off to the right there somewhere. This green player is going to go looking for him. At least that's what I'm thinking, with his turret pointed that way, heading around this way. Yes, it does appear that he's looking for him. Coming around here, there's the red player over there, and if you have a look, it looks like the red player is actually put himself on his side and can't right himself. Taking a shot at him. The red player's not firing back. I'm pretty sure he is on his side. The green player here is unfortunately not close enough to confirm it, and but he's able to take him out, and basically that's the end of the game and a victory. So